Yo, what's up, guys? This is the L7C bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. You know how we do it. Let's just hop into a game and see what we go up against today. We're playing Fairy on. We go paper. Both tied. We go rock. They go scissors. We get to go first. So we draw our hand, and our hand is terrible. This is a very bad hand. Like, very, very bad hand. We rearrange with one circle, we set, and we end turn. And we're thinking, well, this is about to be a short video. I mean, this is bad. So, he plays the Union Field spell. And we're wondering what he's going to be playing. We're assuming ABCs. And we see the XYZ. So going back to some Seto Kaiba days, Battle City. He sets 4, and we're like, good lord. So we're like, what are we about to do here? This is gonna be a little rough. Summons Metal Tank. And then there's nothing we could really do. We do have the Crackdown and Effect Veiler, but that's not really gonna... And then here comes one of the ABCs equipped. He might be trying to go XYZ Dragon, Cannon, and the ABC Buster. He attacks. We just take the 1500. There's nothing we can do there. In phase 2, seeing what he's gonna do, asking us, so we just end. Because there's nothing we can do there. We draw Prisma, which Prisma is good. So we do Prisma's effect. We summon him, trying to do his effect to dump a card in the grave so that maybe we fusion with the effect failure, get the Dark Magicians out. But we don't know how that's going to go with him with 4 back row. It's pretty dangerous. We're sitting here waiting. Like, what are you doing, man? I know you got 4 back row. So if you're going to do something, let's just do it. And it's Solemn Judgment. So I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad. So we just end turn again. We draw a bad hand. We get Solemn Judgment. They have 3 back row. And we really have nothing to stop anything. And we're like, huh. So here comes the C out of the ABCs. And then Union Hanger goes off again. And I'm just like, oh man, is this guy gonna OTK me? Like, what's happening here? We still have the Crackdown, but with him having 3 back row, we're nervous. One of those back row, here comes a White Dragon Head, that we're gonna get stopped. Like, we're not in a good spot at all. So then we are waiting. He goes into there. Mixes up the Y and the Z into YZ Tank Dragon, which actually has a pretty cool artwork. Not that many people summon him, so pretty cool artwork. So we go into battle phase, and he attacks with that. I say yes. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do Crackdown now. Gotta do Crackdown right now. So now at least we have a 2100 monster blocking the way of a direct attack. And he's going to have to call off his attack, go to main phase 2. And let's see if we're going to activate anything. Nope. We draw. So we draw, we play another circle. We get to reveal a Dark Magician card. It's Dark Magic attack. That is not what we wanted right now. Then we put Sage up top and another effect Veiler. It's not still looking good for us by any means. So we reposition, we put his monster in defense mode, then we end turn. He draws, and we're just like this, and then we're waiting for just the ABC Buster to come out and just join the party, because this is the way this game is going. He already has 2 out of the 3 pieces, and then he activates the Union Hanger. And there it is, the A Assault Core. So then we go boom, boom, boom. Yep. There's ABC Dragon Buster in all its glory. And then we're like, no, we're not gonna do anything at the moment. He does his effect. And targets the crackdown so we get his monster back. We're like, well, we're gonna have to affect Valor now. So we do affect Valor. And then, wait, is that battle phase? I think he just runs over the monster, yeah. And he still has 4 back row. So ABC Dragon Buster with 4 back row. So then we draw Sage. And then we're thinking to ourselves, what can we do here? Should we do a chocolate discard? Or do we do a Sage, get a Link Karibo, at least guaranteed? That's what we're contemplating right now. And we decide to go Sage. Activate Sage's effect. And then he does Buster's effect. So he would get A, B, and C all back, I believe. Yep, all back from the banished. Man, ABC Buster Dragon. Great card. So, yep, and gets all 3 of them back. If I get the effect of Sage. So we're going to get Masters of Eyes of Blue. And it's waiting. The guy has 4 back row. Then he does Union Hanger. And we're just waiting to summon the Link Karibo. So we special summon Link Karibo. And that's all we can do. We end turn. Not still in a good position at all. Just a Link Karibo against 3 monsters. Waiting for him to make ABC Buster Dragon again. So we're not in a good spot at all. Like it's been tough. A lot of people would probably just scoop it. But I'm like, let's just play it through. If we win, we win somehow. Don't know how, but if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. It's part of the game. So he has 4 monsters. Obviously, that one has to get linked Karibo'd. So we're like, do we want to use the effective Link Karibo? Of course. We got no choice. So Link Karibo, make that 0, and then we take the other 3. If he would have had a limited removal here, that would have been real bad. That would have been game. Since they're all machine monsters. So we got about 1,900 left. And then we're thinking to ourselves, like, alright, this is probably our last draw. We need to get something. And we get a Fusion Dispatch. And now we're looking at our hand like, okay, now we have some moves. So we actually normal summon Master of Eyes of Blue to try and do his effect to get Sage back. Then we do Sage of Eyes of Blue's effect to target the Master so that we can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon directly from our deck to the field. We're waiting. And now they have something. They do have 4 back row. So we get bottomless there. We're like, okay. Now this has to go off or we lose. So then we do Fusion Dispatch to summon the Dark Magician. And we get 2 effects. It's just 1 effect. We get to banish with Dark Magical Circle, banish the Union Hanger. Then that Dark Magic Attack we've had for a long time. We play Dark Magic Attack, blow up all the back row. So that is good. And that's very good right there. Then we play Polymerization. We make the Dark Magicians. Just in case if he blows it up, at least we get 2 monsters. And if we activate Spell or Traps, we get to draw. So then we attack. Who do we attack here? I think we attack B Buster Drake. Just to do some of the most, not even the most damage. But then Buster Drake's effect goes off. Get Twine Dragon Head. Then we end turn. Just off the Fusion Dispatch, we were able to change things up. We got rid of his whole back row. We got rid of his field spell. And now we have the strongest monster on the field at this moment in time. So hopefully we pulled a miracle out and we can get this win going. So he summons, sets. We're like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because now we still have the strongest monster, and then he ended turn. Then we drew another Fusion Dispatch, which is fantastic. Because then we can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and we get a draw off the Dark Magicians. But he has something that is making us wait. So we have to see what that is. We're still waiting. We're like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? We're waiting. Alright, now we finally get to go. We activate Fusion Dispatch. Waiting for the opponent again. Interdimensional Transport. I'm like, oh man, that's some Seto Kaiba Battle City old school. Blue Eyes Twin Burst. 2 effects can be activated. Obviously, the Dark Magicians. We get to draw a card because we played. And we drew Magician Souls, and then he surrendered. Man, come back.